Hello everyone, a very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. How are you doing, guys? I hope you are in profit as we start for the week. Today is the Monday's trading session, so usually this sets the tone for the week, and hopefully the start has been on the positive note. And even if not, I wish all of you will get back to the greener side in coming days of the week. So let us now head to the JForex board, the newly released trading platform from the Dukascopy Bank SA. In today's session, we will be looking at one interesting indicator. We will see how this indicator, the name is minus directional indicator, is going to help you to look for the trading opportunities when we have bearishness prevalent in the instrument of our choice. It can be any instrument, forex, commodities, indices, stocks, individual stocks. You can choose any of the instruments available on the platform to look for the opportunities where you will be in position to make a assessment using this indicator to whether to go for a new trade or to sit on the sidelines or even to determine whether to cut losses. So let us now go to the Forex 4. Here is the chart of the Euro USD which has been drawn on the 5 minute time 5 minute candle period. I will change it to hourly. All right. Now it has changed to hourly. Okay. Let's do a quick search where you will find this indicator minus directional indicator. All right. So here it is. Now, this indicator, as the name suggests, is mainly used to look for the bearishness and the strength of the bearishness. So, whenever the momentum is bearish, we will be utilizing this indicator to look for the opportunities. And the classical interpretation is fairly simple. We consider the output value whenever it is about 25 to be indicative of the strong, or you can say strength of the bearish momentum to be quite good, and if it is below 25 then that means more or less it is to be considered sideways, and we should wait for the momentum to get stronger, and whenever the momentum picks up, that might be a better time to get involved for the initiation of the new trade. The concept of the indicator is fairly simple. It simply measures the difference between the current low and the prior low, and that difference is then compared with the difference between the current high and the prior high, and depending on how this relation plays out, if the current low and the prior low difference is more than the current high and the prior high difference, then that is considered as a negative directional movement indicator period, and we then consider the summation of last 14 or whatever is your calculation period for the indicator. That much candle period data is then considered to make average of these DM differences, and then that is again compared with the average true range over the given period of time. So this formula is not exactly simple, but the concept is simple. It simply tries to look at the price moves, and the recent price moves should be in negative territory. The difference between the current low and the prior low should be on the rise, and if it is more than the, as I said, the difference between the prior high and the current high, that is indicative of the strength gaining, and that is considered a major marker. So that's how this indicator is derived. And for exact formula, you can simply do a Google or any search engine search, and you will get a good idea of how things play out and get the exact formula. So now coming to its utilization part, for figuring out the trading opportunity, you can combine this indicator with any other indicator, and in most of the cases this indicator is used in conjunction with the positive directional indicator to make a formation of the ADX. You might be even aware of the ADX. So ADX works on both the time frames, but the directional movement indicator is mainly used to look for the sell side opportunities. Now coming to the utility, we can utilize this whenever the value is about 25 to start looking for the short selling opportunity. So whenever you have this output value in favorable conditions, that is the time you can then go and start looking for the opportunities to trade with, and in line with the price formation, and also if we have the sentiments and the price action in conjunction with each other, and if you want to utilize any other indicator as well, even if that is telling the same story, then we will have multiple confirmation factors in place, and it might be the opportunity to go and short it. So here, these two factors are very important. Its value should be about 25 and it should be on the rise, not in decline. So if we have its value about 25 but it is now starting to decline, then that means the strong bearish momentum has started to wane. So it might be the time we booked the profit on earlier trade which we had taken. So this might not be the time to initiate the new trade. Rather, it might be the time to go for the profit booking. So that's how one way you can interpret this indicator. And if we have this output below 25, then that doesn't really mean that the momentum is bullish. For bullish factors, we have to figure out bullishness of the instrument using other indicator. This indicator is not really going to be much helpful for figuring out the bullish trades, the long trades. So this has to be confined to finding the opportunities for the bearish momentum only. Now let us see what are the editing options which are available to us on the platform. For editing, we get a couple of options. Mainly, we can make changes to the calculation period. Suppose if you want to increase or decrease the calculation period, you can do that. So from 14 to 21 or any other calculation period, you can utilize it. You can see how the price action played out during this calculation period. So here we have this minus directional indicator where the momentum has been more or less in consolidation phase, so it hasn't really been that strongly bearish, and that is also evident from this calculation period output value. We didn't really get to see the euro usd's output of minus directional indicator climbing above 25. It had gone close to that, but then there is a sharp jump on the higher side, changed the picture again, and we have it now hovering close to 20. So it gives you the idea of the consolidation phase also, and many a times whenever the underlying instrument is simply consolidating, we tend to think that it might move now or move after some time, and we keep persisting at it, but it doesn't really move. So this indicator helps you that kind of circumstances where you can avoid the trade till actual momentum kicks in. So that is one way also to take advantage of this indicator and the inference or the information given out by this indicator's output. Now, if you want to use it for the further lower time frame, you can do that as well, but in that case the fluctuations are going to be rather sharp. Its values will keep fluctuating depending on the recent price formation. So as this stabilization happened and as we saw this slight jump on the lower side, it resulted in these minus directional indicators reaching the trigger point of 25, and then again it went into consolidation phase. So value dropped again it gained some momentum, so it again rose. So this is going to happen if you use too low uh, calculation period. So you have to determine how much of a lag you can work with and how much responsive these indicators should be. So that's the case with almost all other indicators also, so you have to be careful while determining the calculation period for these indicators. Now, let us look at other options provided on the platform. We then get to customize this output value as per our aesthetic preferences. If you are not really happy with this color combination or styling combination, you get this option of working around with style, width, transparency, and all these values. So here you get this option. You can customize this indicator further by even going for the custom colors, or you can change its styling pattern. You can even make it look like the bar charting pattern. So all these options are there. You can increase or decrease its transparency. So as you can notice, now it is looking a lot more different than what we had when we were using it as a simple straight line formation. So this is one way to make it look more interesting. So you have to play around and figure out what kind of combination you would like to keep at. Now levels, you can add it. Suppose if you simply want to add a marker point of 25 value, you can do that as well. You can give it any color of your choice to make it look more or less prominent, and styling combination can also be determined as per the requirement. So here you can utilize this styling combination. Now input, I will restore it back to the calculation period, custom calculation period of not custom, the default calculation period. And here it had reached this value only once, and again it started on the lower side. So one way this indicator is going to help you is to give you a clear idea of the momentum strength. Advanced editing options, if you want the current output of the indicator to remain constant throughout the current calculation period, then you get this option of recalculate on new candle only. If you want to highlight the calculation period, all you have to do is add this option, and whatever is the current calculation period, it will be highlighted. Coming to further advanced editing options, the calculation can be customized further. You have to use it for any instrument, then you can use it if you want to use it. So as I said, most of the instruments, and particularly all the instruments provided on the platform, are usable with these indicators, so you can figure out the opportunities in any instrument of your choice. The candle period can also be changed. It can be simply used from the chart, or you can change it and go for a custom combination. In that case also, you can even keep it different from the charts combination. Suppose if you want to use it for calculation using a 4 hour as the candle period, so you can do that as well. Even though the charts candle period is hourly, we will have the calculation done for this indicator using each candle of 4 hours, and 14 4 hourly candles will be utilized. All right. Now I'm restoring it back. The spread side can be asked for a bit. Slight difference will be there, not much of a difference, and not in particular any directional change. And if you want the indicator to be available on all the periods, you can do that as well. You get this option of making the indicator available on all these candle periods, or you can simply specify on which candle period you want this indicator to be available, and only on that indicate candle period this indicator will be available. Okay, so you have this option, edit. Now I'm again restoring it back to show indicator on all the candle periods. Base period can be any of these options, but usually it's not going to make much of a difference. Week or month. Okay, so here I try to explain to you some of the simple uses, the combinations of, and the options available to you to work with this indicator. So my suggestion is that you try out these combinations and much more, and do the observation, so you will be in a better position to figure out how to use this indicator. And then once you are well familiar with it, you will be in of course a favorable situation to make money with this. So that's all from my side for today's session. If any of you have any query or any idea to share, you can write back to me in the feedback section, and I will be more than happy to take the discussion forward. For further coverage of the market developments, do check out the Dukascopy Analytics page. We are also available on the Facebook. You can reach out to us there too. For trying out these newly released trading platforms, the link has been included in the bio. So give it a try and let me know how it works out for you. So that's all from my side for today's session. See you tomorrow with a new indicator, new combination, new formation. Till then, have a fabulous time. Goodbye.